on the topic of Tiger, PNC, have you guys seen all this controversy over Bernhard Langer, the team that won over Tiger and Charlie Woods? There has been nothing but controversy since. And I feel like the people want this tournament reversed.
Yep.
They want this guy hung. You know, I mean, like not literally, but, you know, kind of a little bit literally. But let's kind of go through some of the controversies that have been brought up here across the internet. I would say the first and foremost, people are very upset about this putting style. And the rule, you know, we saw these big putters come out through like the early 2010s, and people were anchoring them. They would put it all the way up to their chest and kind of hold the end of it and do this little turn move. And it created this sort of like perfect pendulum, took like wobble out of the putting, whatever. Well, it was deemed to be unfair and found to be later on ruled out in professional golf by both the USGA and the R&A in 2016. However, the workaround has been, okay, well, I will just put my hand there and then still kind of touch my chest. So the club still only has its 2 points of contact, but my hand is sort of like bridging that in-between space and still doing a similar move. But then you look at the way he's holding the club and people are wondering, like, you know, his hand isn't really on top to create that full barrier between club and chest. He's still doing like a side hold. There could be room for some club. So controversy number one, because apparently 0 people are watching him on the Champions Tour. They finally saw the way he putted at the PNC. 0 people. But this you know, kind of brought up a lot of people saying that, is this win unfair, starting with this putting technique? Do you guys see anything here? Do we have something of concern?
It's fine.
Josh?
I do. I see his hand touching his chest.
Yeah.
That's not right.
So in the ruling, though, can the hand touch the chest but not the club?
I feel like it's the same thing.
Well, there's interpretation of the law or rules. And the rule specifically said that you can't have 3 points of contact on the club. That would still leave only 2. If it's his hand touching his chest, only 2 hands touching the club.
That's what she said.
It takes at least 2 hands.
What's
but 3
Freddie
would
doing?
help.
Is Freddie still putting it into his stomach? Because he's not allowed to then.
I don't know, like touching?
Yeah, because he always used to just put it right into his stomach and just putt, unless he changed it up.
How mad would he be? These guys bring out these wacky broomstick putters. They have to change all these rules, and it just ruins his like little putt he's been doing the whole time.
Yeah.
How are
He's
those
so mad?
How are those not illegal yet?
Why?
You know what I mean? Like, it just, I feel like those clubs, like, there's not really a need for them.
I mean, the thing is, though, it's like, why can your driver be so long? And then can I put the driver shaft on my putter? Where do the rules sort of start and end?
That looks a little longer than the driver shaft.
What is?
Yeah, it was just, you know, it was like an analogy. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, do you not feel dorky though? I mean, he's the man. He's amazing. And
yeah.
I would like to
Not super likable, but, you know, he's done well.
But that putter's so stupid. Like, could you imagine standing on the green like with this? Like, I don't want that.
Like this flag stick looking putter.
Yeah, you put it in your bag, you hang your flags off of it.
You really do. All right, next controversy that came up along the way. What do we have next, Josh? Which one was it? Is it the teeing it up in the sand?
Yeah, the teeing it up.
Thank you. Gary, and listen, you love scrambles. I love scrambles. We play in a lot of scrambles. But there's been some imagery arising of him taking some extra liberties in the bunker. The ball sort of propped up on like this beautiful little lump of sand so he could hit driver out of the bunker. All right, so now we have putting controversy. Now we're looking at bunker controversy. Is he out of bounds here? Our reigning scramble expert.
Nobody ever said anything to him there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like when Tiger dropped it on the 3rd day when he came back and, you know, at the Masters when he wore the yellow shirt and they called him on it the next day. It's like, well, at the moment, nobody said anything, so they allowed it, and you're able to place your ball. And so I do it all the time. So I don't know, but we're not playing for what they're playing for.
Right, and nobody's like zoomed in.
Yeah, nobody really
like,
cares about it.
I mean, because listen, I may or may not have fluffed a bunker a time or two, but it wasn't at the PNC. It wasn't for a ton of money, and it wasn't to win this like weird WWE looking belt.
But even in the
Those
rough,
things look sick.
I knew you would
Those
love
are-
it.
Look like the tag team champions right there.
you got a
yeah.
Pokemon card and you put it in there.
All right, here's what I think. Here's how I think we settle the Team Woods versus Team Langer controversy here. Who deserves the win? A cage match for the belt.
I could see it.
Okay, who you taking?
Oh, I'm taking the Woods on the way.
Why does Langer's kid look like a serial killer, though? He looks like a Patrick Bateman type, and he probably knows some moves that we don't know about, and you're like, where did that come
Well,
from?
first of all, you'd have to look like a serial killer to accept all the ways your dad plays golf. Okay? That crazy putter,
I'd be like,
fluffing in the sand.
you think he's ever beat his dad?
But do you think though, Tiger Woods? I mean, he's
Oh,
built. Dude is a brick wall.
there's no doubt that Tiger takes him down.
However, he can also barely walk.
That don't matter.
So
Tiger hung out with Navy SEALs. That was his hangout. That was like back in 01. That was his hobby. Going through halo jumps and kill houses and all that.
I mean, listen. Stephen Hawking could hang out with Navy SEALs. That doesn't mean he's putting up a good fight.
yeah,
like,
but it doesn't mean he's jumping out of the airplane, though.
Rich, who you taking in this?
Well, I mean, of course, you got to go with the younger guys, right? I mean, although Charlie is a lot younger and a lot smaller, so I think as far as the two boys go, I think that's definitely going to be
All right, younger Langer is beating younger Woods.
No.
yes.
No, Charlie's bigger.
Dude, Charlie looks huge compared to that string bean.
He's a nice kid, though.
That kid's probably like 6 foot tall, isn't he?
Yeah,
He
but he's
probably
like
weighs a buck 30.
140 pounds.
Which means he's punching him square in the groin, eye level. Just
Yeah, but Charlie's like what, 5'5"? Like, I don't know.
no, Charlie's like 5'9".
look it up. We're speculating for
Look it
sure.
up,
There we go.
Jamie. Slash Rich.
Here's the thing. I think Tiger Woods could pack one hell of a punch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
However, I think if you pushed him a little, he's going down.
I think he's just.
Dude, his ankle's fused, his back is fused, his everything's fused.
Give him a kick to
Go
the
ahead,
head.
Rich.
Fused.
Rich has got something.
Come on, Rich.
So Charlie's height in 2023 was believed to be 5'5",
All right.
whereas his height this year
Like
is
5'9".
5'11".
Yep.
Oh.
He grew up like crazily.
Okay, first of all, no.
Yes.
No, he's not. Dude, I
Tiger's
stood
6
next
foot.
to him.
I don't care.
I asked him questions when I had the opportunity to
Ask
talk to Tiger
Tiger, but
Woods.
Ask a 14-year-old.
How tall do you think he is, Dan?
Oh, I feel like I'm like 5'9". Like I
Yeah.
feel like he and I would be similar-ish. I don't see him as nearly 6 foot. How tall is Tiger? Gary, you should know.
6'1".
6'1". Pull up a picture of Tiger and Charlie standing next to each other. They're not 2
It's
inches
like
apart.
this difference.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Thank
Like, I'm
you.
looking at a picture of it right
Thank
now.
you.
There is
I know
zero
everything.
chance there's only 2 inches. You know what it is? It's like the stats that all the pros do, right?
Yeah.
They're always like an extra 10 or 20 pounds bigger. They're always like 2 or 3 inches taller.
Yeah,
There's no way.
It's like the
real
videos
life-
on Instagram where like all the dudes lie about their height, and then they're
Yes.
like, "Okay, cool, let's check," and they're like, "Well,
Yeah.
wait." Dude's like 5'7.5".
I like when he brings the weight scale out.
Oh,
And
yeah,
she's like, nope.
yeah.
I saw this. This is totally off topic. There's this clip. This guy walks up to the girl and interviews her. Hey, does height matter for girls, like, or for a guy? If you're gonna date somebody, does height matter? And oh yeah, it definitely matters. It's got to be that. And he's like, okay, cool. Well, here, can you step on the scale?
Oh, I've seen
That's
that.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you can't do that.
I like the guy that's like, if I was straight, would you smash? And the girl's like, yeah. And he's like, good. I'm just straight.
Got him. That the sunglasses.
Where
float
has this
down,
podcast gone?
Yeah. All right. Last but not least,
New year, new us.
Bernhard Langer teeing up from anywhere from like 80 to 100 yards in front of 15-year-old Charlie Woods. The last one. Now, again, that's the tournament setup. I don't feel like we can hold that against him, but do you feel like the guy who is up until like 2 months ago still playing pro golf,
I'd be embarrassed.
guy has won countless amount of times on various tours, and now here he is teeing up at like the Reds, 100 yards in front of Charlie Woods. Do you think that that is a fair tournament organizational structure? I think it's crazy. I want to know what you guys think here.
I have a question.
Go on, Josh.
So for this tournament, you know how there's usually there's a ladies' tee, senior tee. Is there a youth tee?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm all flustered about this, and I have no clue.
Okay, because what I'm saying is, where
I'd rather have that than some hee-haw Kamala Harris response that he doesn't get to a point. Jesus.
Show's gone.
Jeez. Okay. Next
Where's
question.
my
Next
baby?
question. Where did his son tee off from?
Little Langer.
Little Langer.
No one knows his name.
Like he's
and
27
no one ever will.
years old.
They've won 9 times in a row, and 0 people know his name.
6.
Thank you.
Because it doesn't say where he started.
Gary, could you
from.
hold up 6 again? What is that? Are you? I feel like you're pointing at 5. Like, is this 6 or is this 5?
6 times.
This is 6.
That's not 6 either.
That's 3.
No, this is 3.
This is the German 3.
Wait, this isn't 3.
Yeah, it is.
That-
No, it's not.
American
this is
Sign
like
Language.
Alf.
American Sign Language. This is 3. This is 6.
Wait,
Okay,
How did we get so far?
Starting with the closed hand,
You guys
count to
smell
5.
my finger?
Wrong.
Yeah, I got.
Wrong. You don't go 1, 2, thumb.
Yeah,
you don't go
do.
back.
You go like this.
And you don't start with thumb.
You start with
What are you
thumb.
guys doing? 1. Okay, how about this? Hold up 1. Just show me hey, how many pieces of pizza do you want? What? Hold up 1.
Oh, I got
You
one
hold
for
up
you
one.
right here.
Hold up 1, Gary. Hold up. Then how did you go 1?
We deviate. Depends
So
on
it's
the
like, I
vibe.
want 1, but if I want
1,
2, I have to go 1, 2, and then you go 1, 2 back to. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4,
You don't go
5,
back.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You want a cookie?
How is this 10? What are we doing? What, Rich?
You guys are
Rich,
so
can you help
fired
me
up
here?
today.
What, Rich? Help me out here. Rich, count to 5 on your hand. Just show it to me.
I'm
don't do it
about
wrong.
to
I need
count to
support
1.
here.
Anybody who does this
Thank
for
you.
3, I'm just gonna do this for 1. That's just like
This is my 3.
1, 2, back to 3. What are we
Right?
doing? Oh my God. All right.
all right.
Let's.
Can we reel it back in?
Yeah,
So,
please, Rich.
the
Thank you.
younger
Rich,
Langer's name is Jason. That is his youngest.
I already
son.
forgot his name.
All right.
All right. Does he keep his title or should it be revoked?
No, he keeps his title.
Keeps his title?
Yeah.
No cage match.
No cage match.
Josh?
I would like to see the cage match.
Of course you would. Who would host it? Who's announcing these guys coming out?
Verity.
Netflix.
Netflix is hosting it.
Dan's Golf World.
Dan's Golf World on Netflix and YouTube.
Yeah, let's get it rolling.
Netflix
Yeah.
definitely fixed the streaming as far as Christmas goes, because I was super worried after watching the whole fight with Mike Tyson and all that stuff. When everybody turns out watching it on their phone because it just kept cutting out. But Christmas football all day was awesome. Like, there was no problems, no glitches. I actually really, really liked that. I thought they did a really good job.
Wow. Well, thanks to our sponsor, Netflix, for getting
There
all
we
that
go.
worked out. And we appreciate you guys solving your technological issues. I didn't check on it because I actually watched 0 football. So
Yes, we know.
I'll take your
You
word
see
for it.
the nail?
Gary's peeling off his fingernail right now.
I'm not
Oh,
peeling it off. I'm
come
just
He
on,
is.
showing
He's
it.
man.
bending it back and
I'm just
smelling it.
I'm not smelling it.
I can smell
I
it.
asked you if you wanted to
You
smell
definitely
Oh
ate
my
paint when you were.
God.
He ate paint chips for breakfast every
Dude,
morning.
he had paint like cereal in his paint.
it. Hey, go
So,
put the thing up on the thing.
so
the
kind
electrical
of
thing.
circling back to the whole controversy with
Thank
this
you
whole,
for bringing the show back.
You're right. So, I mean, there's 3 main things that they're talking about, right? They're talking about his putting.
Yeah.
They're talking about his ball placements, that he
Sand
got
fluff.
the driver in the sand,
Yep.
and they're talking about where he got to hit from his
Forward
tees, right?
tees. Yeah.
Well, so that was the rules established. Like I don't understand. Like none of those were cheating at all. Like, if you look
But
at the
it's
way the rules are,
controversial.
but if you look at the way I think people are just mad that Tiger and Charlie didn't win. So it's like, let's try
Exactly.
and find it.
Facts.
Well, so stop being just like, Stop being a sore loser and a whiny crybaby. You lost. Those were the rules. You guys lost.
But they didn't bring it up, though.
Now, here's the thing, though. The putting technique is borderline on the rules.
But he's, like you just said, he's been doing it forever. Nobody ever says anything because
Nobody saw he was playing on the Champions Tour. He was like doing it in your closet by yourself. Nobody knows how you putt in there. On the Champions
Nobody
Tour.
also, he putted, he didn't just putt that way the one time. He putted that way the entire time for the entire tournament, right?
Yeah, and then Instagram found out like a week later.
Right?
Yeah.
So these whiny crybabies are whiny and crying about it.
What about the sand? He put his ball on like a lump.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. What's the rule say? Do you have to drop from your knee or can you place it?
I think you can place it.
So
Yeah.
I mean, because they're playing a scramble. There's no if there was a scramble rule that said you must drop from your height of your waist or your knee or whatever you got to do, fine, then that's the rule. But if the rule is you can place it, I'm going to find the best place to place it and place it the best. It's for $1 million or whatever they were winning.
It was like 80K or something, or 160. Yeah, either way, which is way more than like the whole season of the Champions Tour. I have no idea. Why am I ragging on the Champions Tour? Because I'm mad. I wanted Tiger Woods to win. Just hand him the win. Everybody lay down. Just give him one. Jeez, the guy needs it. He's had a tough time. Right, Gary?
It's horrible times.
Thanks for showing us your Tiger hoodie.